I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean. Elevation Nation. Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. How y'all doing? Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. We building, we growing. Growing and developing, elevating. And we continue moving. I saw something, but I was thinking about this. Let's get straight to it. I was thinking about this over a year or two ago. There's a YouTube channel called The Art of Dialogue, and his content, he does a lot of content about Tupac, Biggie. You know, he interviews a lot of the people that were around him, like Napoleon that was around Tupac, Gene Deal that was around Puffy and Biggie, and Danny Boy, he was in the death row camp, stuff like that. Just he interviews a lot of the people that were in the circumference of Tupac and Biggie and things like that. He's been doing it for years, getting a lot of good insight, a lot of good content. Gotta salute the brother, give him his props. You know, I love what he's doing. He's been doing his thing for a minute. But I thought about this, man, a while ago. And just on some grown man shit. Like I said, this is Elevation Nation Conversations. We ain't perfect, but we try to hold folks accountable or be accountable and be just adults and just really get to the bottom of it, get to the real of it and be truthful and honest with it. With this whole Puffy thing that's been going on, he's been interviewing Gene Deal a lot over the past years. And Gene Deal was a bodyguard for Biggie and I guess Puff Daddy or whatever. And with all the shit that's going on with the Puffy situation and, you know, him sexual assaulting and all the craziness that he got going on, for the past couple of years, Gene Deal would get on camera and say what he know and what he saw and all of that. And my thing is this: at what point do we say, nah, nigga, you was in that circle too, you was with that shit too, we ain't fucking with you either, you need some charges brought up on you, or you were complicit, you were an accessory to all this shit, you saw all this shit, but you telling your story as if, you know, you doing it from a third party point of view, but you was right there. Yeah, you were right there. So at no point in time did you stand up and be accountable as a grown man, as a father, as a brother, as a, you know, whatever, and say, nah, Puff, what you doing is foul, we ain't rocking with that shit. You know? Or did you ever say, I don't support what you're doing, I don't even want to work with you, I don't even want to rock with you, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm going over here and doing my thing or whatever? So all of us, myself included, we'll sit around, we'll watch the videos of what he telling and what he saw and what happened and what he think he know and you know, what took place or what transpired or just whatever, and what, you know, what he thought he saw, what he think he knows, but nobody said, you didn't say nothing. Whether it meant you losing your job or falling out, you know, with them or whatever, why didn't you say nothing? So you were complicit in all the debauchery because you wanted to get a paycheck. And once you stop working with Puffy and Biggie and all them, Now you want to start telling your story and you want to speak up on it and you want to say what's going on and what's not, whatever. But what about when you were there and when you were seeing it, when it was actually going down or in the vicinity of it? You could have saved a lot of people. You could have saved a lot of young women. You could have saved a lot of young brothers that were aspiring to get into the music industry, that were looking to make their dreams come true, that were having their talent exploited, that were being sexually assaulted and, abused and whatever. You could have stopped a lot of that if you would have spoke up back then. So I'm calling bullshit on a lot of what Gene Deal been talking about and doing and saying. Nigga, you was over there with it. But you wasn't saying nothing. You waited 5, 10, whatever years, 15 years down the line after you've left the situation. Now you want to start talking. That shit's not solid. That ain't solid. You should have been said something when you saw it. You see something, say something. Yeah, I'm part of the black community. I'm part of the street community where we don't do no tricking. We don't do no telling. We ain't cooperating with the police, and we know certain things come with the lifestyle. But we were never a part of no child abuse, no raping or no sexual assaults or no shit like that. Nah, we ain't fucking with that. Nah, we would have been gave him up. Like, nah, bro, you gotta go over there with that shit, and we ain't rocking with you. We might give you a pumpkin head or whatever, but so when do the black community, or when do we say, man, Gene, I hear all these stories you saying and you talking about and you describing and you reminiscing or whatever, you recollect, having recollections. I can't really say a word right now. Recollections about. But when do we say, okay, well, what did you do? You let the shit go on. What part did you play in it? You were complicit in it because you ain't say nothing. You knew what was going on. You got 1,000,001 stories. Million and one experiences. But you didn't say nothing back then. That's the same thing with the R. Kelly shit. Everybody want to come out talking about what R. Kelly was doing, what he was fouling, what he had no business doing, but they were there when it was going on and they said nothing then. Like Sparkle. Sparkle was a singer. She wanted to have a career. She was, I guess she was signed to R. Kelly and she was one of his artists or whatever. I think the young lady that was in the video where they were saying he urinated on the young lady, whatever, that was her niece. So it basically sounds like Sparkle sold her niece to R. Kelly so she could get her career popping and going off, and it never worked out, and she got bitter, and now she want to talk and tell about it. We got to start pointing the fucking spotlight on folks like that too, though. Like, you want to tell and you want to talk about what was going on, but you were there. So what the fuck did you not do? What were you not talking about? What were you not saying? What part did you play in it? Shit, you need some charges brought up on you as well too. You got all this information, but you said nothing when it was going on. Because you were trying to get a check. You were trying to get a check. You were in the car when it was going down the road, and you were getting all the benefits of it, the luxuries of it. But then when you weren't a part of it anymore, now you want to talk about it. I don't know, that shit be sounding like sour grapes sometimes. I ain't trying to go just super duper hard on you, on the brother Gene Deal, but I mean, just real talk on some man shit, some grown shit, some adult shit. We gotta say, alright, what part did he play in it? He wasn't saying nothing about it. He saw it going on. He wasn't he wasn't pulling the pulling the cover off of it. So shit, you were complicit in it. You could have stopped a lot of this. A lot of this could have been avoided. Could have been diverted or just avoided. So what part do we say, all right, what you do? That also brings to mind too of the situation with Aaliyah. I think Aaliyah's uncle or somebody in her family was the guy Hankersham, Barry Hankersham or something like that. I think he was in the music industry as well, but he introduced Aaliyah to R. Kelly. So he didn't know nothing about what R. Kelly was doing, what was going on, what type of shit they do in the music industry, or none of that. But nobody is saying, hey, what that nigga Barry Hankersham at? You know, he was feeding the beast. He was feeding the monster. So he had something to do with it too. So all these motherfuckers that be telling, they want to come out at the end of the when everything hit, when the shit hit the fan and all that. We got to start questioning them motherfuckers too. Like, all right, what part did you play in it? So you was part of this shit too. So no, you just can't come tell your story and think you scot-free and think it's all, wipe your hands of it and you done. You ain't got no part in it. Nah. You were reaping the benefits too. You were part of it too. You saw what was going on and you knew what was going on and you chose not to say nothing too, so you were complicit. So I just want to know, man, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. I just want to know, do anybody think like me? And I'm just looking at these interviews and I'm thinking, it all sounds good, but what part did you play in it? You saw what was going on.
Yeah. Hey, I was always told, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Folks gonna come out after the fact, when the shit hit the fan, when everything getting exposed, when names are getting said, lawsuits are getting filed. They want to come out and then start telling. It's the same thing with the brother that wrote a book. He wrote a book about Diddy, dancing with the devil, something like that. I can't think of his name, but he was like a bad boy artist. He was signed to the whole bad boy artist thing. And his book was talking about what was going on, what was happening, what he saw. And I'm thinking, I salute you and I applaud you for writing your book, now and telling the truth and putting it out there. But when it was going on, where were you at? You saw it going on, but you ain't say nothing. You ain't try to expose it. You ain't try to help the victims that were going through this because they were misguided, trying to get a record deal or trying to get in the industry or trying to get in a position. You chose not to say nothing then because you were still in the whip. You were getting paid. You were getting money. You were getting checks. So you should be held accountable for that shit too. Because you could have avoided a lot of this shit if you would have said something back then. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. God Body Sean, Elevation Nation Tribe. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. But ask that question. Drop me a comment in the comment section. What you think? What should we say to these cats that want to come out at the end of the road when everything is going, when the ship is going down, when things are getting bad? Now they want to start saying, oh yeah, they were doing this and he was doing this and she was doing this back then, but you were right there at the time. You were an adult and you didn't say shit. We ain't fucking with you either. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think on this. Elevation Nation Conversations. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know. We want to ask a question. Where were you at when all this was going on? What part did you play in this? Did you play a part in it? Were you doing some deviant shit? Or you were just getting paid from it? So you were receiving money from the illicit activities. You know, that's illegal too. They do that to drug dealers. When you get caught selling drugs, any and everything that you bought with the drug money, they taking and confiscating that shit. Because it was got with illegal gains. But I don't know. I'm going to check y'all on the next one. Peace, blessings, and love. God, Body, Sean, Elevation Nation Conversations. Just trying to drop a little wisdom. Ask the question, where were you at when all this was going on? You want to get out and tell your story now. You wasn't saying nothing then. I don't know. Something about that just don't sit right.
They never had sex. If you read it in the thing, they never had sex. He made claims that they never had sex, but how would he grope your anus? Your asshole.
Check y'all on the next one. Peace and love. God bless. God bless.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God, Body, Sean.